I was searching for the person who saved my life. This was the reason I continued to live. When I was 3 years old, a shocking murder case occurred in Paula. My mother died in an incense-making container, and my father was accused of being the murderer. My mother was a renowned perfumer in the guild, and her skill in fragrance creation was peerless. My father fell in love with her at first sight at a guild meeting, and they quickly married. A year later, I was born. Everyone said that my father, desperate to revive his failing company, had gone completely mad and attempted to extract a unique fragrance from my mother's body. At the tender age of 3, I became an orphan. Growing up in the orphanage was tough, but by the age of 10, I had already shown a talent for perfumery. With this skill, I became a member of the guild at the age of 20. To uncover the truth about the murder case, I deliberately got close to the president of Dyer Group, who had been my father's right-hand man. I firmly believed that the incident was not as straightforward as it seemed, for the look of shock and sorrow in my father's eyes when he was taken away clearly showed his grief. How could he possibly have killed his beloved wife with his own hands? Thus, I devoted myself to learning perfumery. All too, Benjamin was delighted to have me as a strong addition, and I was willing to humble myself by coming to his house to tutor, so naturally, he welcomed me warmly. As I dragged my suitcase through the door, all the members of the Dyer family came out to greet me, except for Benjamin's eldest son, Jason. Jason, being the eldest and Benjamin's son from his first wife, should have been there to greet me, but only the Dyer family's second son and daughter appeared, as if they were the only family members. I heard that Jason had fallen ill, was having outbursts at home, and even tried to harm William, leading Mrs. Dyer to lock him in a small, dark room. Standing next to Benjamin, I looked at the young and beautiful Mrs. Dyer, who reportedly married into the Dyer family while pregnant, a classic case of a mistress rising in status. Her name was Sonia. At that moment, she stood at the front door with her son and daughter by her side. It must be said, Sonia was indeed strikingly beautiful, with fair skin and gracefully arched eyebrows, her figure reminiscent of a classical beauty stepping out of a painting. Unfortunately, the disdainful look she gave me spoiled this beauty. A woman who had ascended from being the other woman, what right had she to look down on someone with genuine talent and knowledge? It seemed my days at the Dyer family would be busy. Madeline is a tutor I specifically hired, and for convenience in teaching, she will be staying with us from now on, Benjamin announced as he entered the house. What a remarkably accomplished young woman. You're not only beautiful, but so capable. My children are lucky to have such a good tutor like you. We will be very obliged for your diligent care, Sonia said as she took my hand, her direct gaze making me uncomfortable. But what was stranger was Wendy's attitude. From the moment I entered, I felt her inexplicable hostility, as if she feared I might take something from her. She stared intently at my face, her thoughts unreadable. It was understandable if Sonia feared I might seduce her husband, given her own history of stealing someone else's husband. Being cautious was only natural, but why was Wendy's gaze also so peculiar? I couldn't understand. Yet, in this world, not everyone could be liked by everyone else, so I attributed her behavior to jealousy of my beauty.